and my homies low. You know we kick it like every day. Me and my homies.
Oh yes. Welcome. I don't even know what to say.
We don't have anything to say.
This has been a year in the making. That's the first thing I want to say.
Oh, more than a year.
More than a year. I literally have a note in my phone from I have a note in my phone from 2017 having podcast ideas, and this is the first day. We are out here with a brand new microphone. We put in cash for this.
An investment.
But before, who is we, first of all? I'm Evan Robert. I don't know if I'm the host, the co-host. I think this is the tri-host,
The trifecta
type thing. But sitting across from me, we're utilizing our omnidirectional microphone, by the way. Is the one, the only. Introduce yourself, dude.
Bra, geek.
No, that's not your name.
My name is Cameron Forehand. The resident artist of the group.
Yes.
If we need any cover art, it's going to come to me, probably, unless one of the boys steps up.
Yeah.
But that's all you need to know about me.
We like memes here. If you get that meme, we love you.
We might just have a meme of the week.
We might. We don't know. We're gonna try to do multimedia stuff. It's kind of hard with a podcast. We're not rich. We can't afford to shoot a camera in here or record video along with audio, like some of the more, the bigger podcasts. But before we go on, sitting to my left, the one, the only. Introduce yourself.
Well, the name is Hayes, like the purple kind.
Yes,
as in
Purple
yes.
Mr. Hendrix's famous song.
Yes.
Mr. Hendrix.
That's all there is to know about me.
We do like
Oh,
Thank you.
yes.
We do love
And we
him.
just began the podcast.
Oh, look who I did it.
When the
Have a
dirty
seat.
dog
Luke,
comes
you're in. Luke.
You're in the first
Luke
podcast.
Vineyard just
baby.
walked in.
I'm gonna
folks.
lock this door.
Yeah,
because
lock it. We don't want any more
a good idea.
hoodlums wandering in. Luke, I just said your name. Introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Luke, Junior here at MC from Atlanta.
ATL.
The
Yo. What's
Yes.
MC?
best city
Oh,
in
shoot.
the world.
We're doing a terrible job of introducing. Stop.
I want to propose a rule for the podcast.
Okay.
If somebody slips up on their words,
We all
you have
want-
permission to at least say that word one more time.
Okay.
Before
Yeah.
you move on.
Fair. Okay, I did a terrible job. Did a terrible job of introducing where we are. We're in the dorm room at Mississippi College, a private Christian university.
Where
And-
Facebook was born.
Not true.
Don't let anyone tell you
That's-
different.
Mark Zuckerberg actually.
The Zuck?
Well, that's where he became a human.
This is where he went to
was a
high school,
lizard.
actually.
He was a
He
lizard.
went to high school at a college, and then college at a real college.
And you're probably wondering,
History books don't tell
No.
you.
what am I listening to right now?
Yeah. Okay.
Why did I tune
Why-
in?
why
if
are
you're
you
listening, it means you know us personally.
Yes.
Because there's no other
There's
way.
absolutely no
Unless we've blown up at this point and you're
you're-
going back and listening to all of our stuff.
In
In
which
which
case-
case, it's good to have you.
God
Thanks
bless
for
you.
digging deep. And you're going to be sorely disappointed. Let me tell you.
We don't even know.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're doing. That's the thing. Yeah, we're in a dorm. We're in me and Cameron's dorm, sitting on the futon. Cameron's sitting in a chair across from the futon. But, we just decided we wanted to do a podcast because we like to talk about things and we like to discuss things. And why not do that where other people can hear it and talk about it in their own spare time? We have no idea what to
So-
call this podcast.
Yeah.
Also,
so-
let it be known, Evan has been going on about a podcast since our, let's say, junior year of high school.
Yeah, I'm very much love.
So it's been
podcasts.
approximately 4
It gets
years.
thrown
of
around. Last year we really thought about it seriously, but
Yeah.
just never did it,
This
And-
summer we pulled the trigger.
And we're a bunch of
We
creators,
brought
is
that
what we are.
We're creators.
We're here for
I guess.
a silly time.
A silly
Jesus
time.
wept.
What?
And that's our verse of the week. The first
John 11:35. Jesus wept.
A
Yeah.
disclaimer: we are all believers,
Believers.
Christians. So
Yeah.
the opinions that you hear are oftentimes going to be faith based. I'll say it.
Faith.
That's
Faith.
Faith.
faith based. Bathing ape.
We based our faith
And also,
On the 8th.
on top of that, you know, this isn't stop. We made one rule, and that was no eating, folks. I've already had enough of Cameron beforehand, and we're 5 minutes into this.
Well, we're
podcast.
just getting started, baby.
Oh yeah. But what my point is, we are. This is not like a children's podcast. You know, we're talking about baby stuff, huh? Get your toddler talk
Get
out
them
of
out.
here.
You're listening to this with your kid in the car. Get them out.
Get them out. I don't
want
care.
you to reach back there, unbuckle them.
Oh no! Stop
Yep,
right there.
we're doing
Stop
it.
it.
So what are the parameters of what I can say?
Oh well,
Wow,
let's
Lucas.
keep swearing to a minimum.
We'll just
Yeah.
edit it out with the oh.
Yeah, I'm not editing that out. So
That's
if
not
you
gonna,
want
dude. That's not gonna take that long.
Thanks, Cameron, for being.
let's just refrain from any serious language. No
Nothing
degrading
you wouldn't
women.
want Mama
no,
Forehand to hear.
no degrading women. I feel like that's a given, but I don't know. I don't know.
Evan's gonna have to watch that one because
Okay, let's. Kathleen, if you're listening, I love you. I love you. I have a girlfriend named Kathleen. Sorry, ladies, if you're hearing this sexy voice, I'm taken. Kathleen, I'm sorry.
I know
Kathleen,
you're
I'm sorry.
probably picturing
Cameron,
Shrek.
please edit that. Please.
Please.
Edit that.
Oh dear. Okay.
So maybe we
cringe
should
for him.
just let them get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel like we haven't talked much about ourselves.
Yeah.
What are some good questions just to really open
You know,
it up?
I really
Yeah,
didn't.
Kevin.
I did not
Kevin, what
prepare
you got?
those kind of questions.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm just gonna do.
That's
I'm gonna
my
do
bad.
some rapid fire stuff here. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Cameron.
We're gonna go ages, and we're just gonna move left to right. Okay. So I'm gonna say, how old are you?
20, almost 21 next month. Let's go.
I'm 20. Will be 21 in May. R.I.P.
20 will be 21 in July. Heck yeah.
And I'm 5.
Nope. Well,
20. I'm
well,
20.
immaturity.
I'm also 20. So a bunch of
Maturity-wise.
20-year-olds here. Next question. What are y'all's majors?
English literature.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's 4 20-year-olds in here. Why don't we call our podcast the 420 Podcast?
That is probably the most
I'm gonna
false
edit.
advertising.
I'm gonna edit
I've ever
10
seen.
seconds of dead air. out.
Just edit it. Move that'd be hilarious.
What are our majors, boys? Quickly.
I am an English writing major with a marketing minor.
I'm currently a psychology major, but it could change because it already has.
Who knows? I'm a graphic design major. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life, but I want to get a degree and move on. What are you
Heck
boys
yeah,
passionate
we're all-
about?
We're all here.
Passionate?
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
No dead air.
No dead air. Keep going.
Dog, I love my Savior Jesus Christ.
Ooh,
I want to
that's
live
a
on
good
purpose
word.
for Him.
Mm.
I'm a laid back guy. I don't really care about much, but like I care about my boy Jesus, and I love
Yeet.
sports. I love
Come
the way
on.
that it's like it brings people together, and it's such a tool for like just hanging out and having a great time and hanging out with your homies.
It really is.
Hanging out with your homies.
All right, what about you, Bob?
I think the thing I'm most passionate about personally is writing. I love to write. Poetry, short stories. I've kicked around a couple novel ideas, but I haven't really dug deep into that world yet. And I should. But also I love sports. I like watching soccer with my friends. I'm not a big soccer guy on my own, but
You're
when I'm
getting
around
there.
my pals, I'm getting there, folks. And when Tottenham beat Manchester United
my
today, let me just
God.
tell you,
No one's even going to care about that.
You're right, but they won 3-0, folks. My team beat Cameron's team. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know teams. That's all you need to know. My team won. So moving on.
That's fair. That's all fair points. It's your boy Hayes on the mic again. Passion, really, soccer. Big soccer guy that Mr. Kevin is referring to.
Come on.
Yep.
Honestly, probably one of the things in this world that gets me most salty is soccer.
Yep.
All the time.
Truly does.
Something football as well. Love American football. Don't get as salty. Don't have many heated debates. Because I'm a Patriots fan. Everyone already hates me. That's okay. I understand. Yeah.
I'm passionate about a lot of things. I love traveling. I love different cultures. I love my team, Manchester United.
Glory, glory.
Glory, glory, Man United. We're struggling, but hey, most of you guys don't even know that. So you probably are just.
Don't even care.
But you've probably heard the club name because of our decorated history.
Wow.
And now we move on. I'm
Do you
passionate
have-
about art. Really,
Okay.
art is what I I'm also passionate about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and my.
Oh, I thought
Echo
okay.
that.
I kind of used mine as a given. I also am
No,
passionate.
you guys forgot about it.
Did not forget it. Jesus, if you're listening, which I know you are, I love you.
Some guy named
Yeah.
Jesus in the future is like cracking, like really happy right now. As we're talking about it.
You're welcome, Jesus.
Hey, Ryan, I'm calling all the Ryans that are listening out. You guys are awesome.
Thanks. Specifically the Ryans. Sorry, John.
I'm gonna even it out. Screw you guys, Ryans, whoever you are.
Yeah. Don't get a
I
big
gotta
head.
put you back on your
Let's
playing
name
field.
this episode the Ryans.
Ryan, quit getting a big head, all right?
And I know all of you guys, this is what happens every episode, every podcast, every movie. You wait for the title of the movie or podcast or whatever to be said in the podcast. So I know you guys have read the title of this podcast.
You're like,
and you're
what
just
the-
waiting. You're just waiting for us to say whatever it is.
We don't know.
Yeah.
we don't
I'd
know
like to
yet.
know.
But yeah, Cameron, do you know? I mean, like,
The Ryans.
oh, that's it. So we already said it.
Episode 1, it's the Ryans.
All right, this has been one big rabbit trail, and I'm happy about it. But is
And if
there,
you're still here,
God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
God
wow,
honestly.
you have some endurance that I would have clicked away already. Anyways, Cameron, did you have any more like of those quick fire questions or
I think we can wrap it
quick
up.
fire
there for
questions?
now.
That could be a good
Quick fire
segment.
question. Hey, can we smash 20 likes?
Smash 20 likes, please. Oh Lord, we need it. We need anything. But yeah, we're always open to feedback though, for real. We love feedback, and we'd love to hear different ideas for bits, different ideas for different, things we can do. Luke's over here
He
hurting.
just made a grimace.
Yeah, Luke, are you okay?
I already took care of things, but I think I might have to do it again.
Oh, okay.
No.
Dude, his
We're
mic is
talking
gonna pick
about
that
a
up
classic,
for sure.
a BM, a bowel
It's a
movement.
BM.
A Buki.
A buki, as some of
Bookie.
the a lukey buki.
Alright, let's get into some stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, Hayes, I'm gonna let you take it away on this one
Oh,
because this is
wow.
your segment. He came to me right before he recorded this and was like, "This is something that I think we should do." Hayes,
Wow.
go on. I want to hear it.
Thank you for my sock, master.
Yeah.
I'm now a free elf who
Yep.
can speak
you're,
on his own.
You're welcome, dude. I run this thing.
So,
alright?
I would like to say this is Hayes' weekly corner.
Oh, you
So,
get
once
your
a week,
corner.
This is my corner now.
Okay.
You gave me
Okay.
a sock. I've now upgraded to corner. First off, we're going to start with our groove of the week. Not necessarily a favorite song, not necessarily the best song, just a song you've been hopping on repeat. So we'll go a little round robin, starting off with your boy Keon.
Okay, hold on. I'm checking my Spotify real quick.
While
No,
they
no.
check, I'll hit them all.
You go
okay.
first.
Actually rocking the t-shirt right now. I went to the concert at the band Camino. Song
I-
214. Absolutely fantastic.
Everyone already knows
Has
who the
been
band Camino is.
stuck on
Because
my
of
head
beer.
all day. So yeah, that's me, Cambo.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, so I too went to the band Camino concert, but my favorite song is "What I Want" by the band Camino. Great guitar. It's really a song that when you listen to it, you want to go and just like just get in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just really go after things. You feel very inspired, and that's what I need at the beginning of school. So
That's
on
awesome.
to you, Lucas.
Lucas.
Alright, so there's this rapper who I wasn't a big fan of before this album came out. It's Amine. The guy that sings Caroline.
Yeah.
Y'all heard him? Yeah.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
came out with a new album, and it's pretty nice. I'm really into rap these days, more so than I was before. So,
That's awesome.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say the one that I have literally been listening to the most is No Bystanders on Travis Scott's new album that he recently released. It's got it's got Post Malone doing a hook in it. I
The
love
party
Post.
never ends.
Yeah, like it's that right there. But that one just like when I first heard it, first of all, gave me chills, and then I don't know why. It's not like it's that
The
deep.
Holy Ghost.
It's Holy Post.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Hey,
Episode name?
episode name?
Wow.
Let me know.
This
in
is
the
going to be
comments.
the most named episode of all time.
Yeah, we're gonna have
several titles.
Why don't we just do one long word? But yeah, that's what I've been listening to
Nice.
recently.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Next up on our weekly recap is we're actually going to leave the dorm. We're getting up, we're walking out the door, we're getting in the car, we're taking the car way down into Jackson, Mississippi, the
Okay.
outskirts actually.
Just close your eyes.
We're gonna
Okay, I'll close my eyes.
we're gonna park in a really sketchy lot.
Okay, wow.
We're gonna get out.
Yeah.
You can just smell fear and terror already.
Mm-hmm.
As you're moving, you just know it's sketchy.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk into the Salty Spittoon.
Ooh.
This is where you get your
Salty.
You're salty. What you're salty about this week?
I wish I had a soundboard.
So-
I'd be hitting the soundboard so
Oh,
hard.
baby.
It would just
One
show.
day.
What would it make, Evan?
It'd be like a whispering like so salty or something like that. I don't know. We'll work on it. We're workshopping here. Anyways, continue. Hey,
Yes.
sorry.
So in the Salty Spittoon, we are just gonna get what's on our chest. What's making you guys salty this week? Anybody got anything?
Oh wow, do I got something?
All right, Kevin, take it away.
You know, this has just been eating away at me on my insides recently, and I have to get it off my chest. You know, we have communal laundry here in our dorm. Like we put our laundry. There's only 2 washers and dryers per floor in our dorm. So last week, and it's still just burning me up. I'm mad about it. I did my laundry, and I was washing it, and then I dried it. You know, the whole shebang.
The cycle.
Yeah, the
laundry
cycle. And then, so I leave it in there not for that long. I think maybe for like 3 hours. And so it's out on the table when I get out there because obviously other people have to dry their clothes, and I get that. Like, you can throw my clothes on the table if I'm not there. What I was upset about is they took my towels. They took my towel and my washcloth.
Oh, no.
They just stole it. Like,
Wow, that's hard.
it's not that it's hard. It's the principle of the thing, people. They stole, like, that's one less towel. Now I have to be a little bit more wet because I'm reusing the same towel because it's all damp. And yeah,
Oh,
But
man.
what towel was it? Was it a nice
it was
one?
it was a nice towel and a washcloth that I used for like my
That's
face.
like above salty. That's like
That's kind of a
angry.
problem at that point. Like,
It's just kind of, I'm salty about it, but like, you know, it's like it's such a minor thing. Like, I'm not gonna report that to like the RA or something, because I'm just gonna be like a tattletale. You know, someone took my
tattletale.
Snitch.
a tattletale. Some might say.
you.
We're really hitting on puns in
Yeah.
this. I did not expect the puns. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I was really upset about that.
I'm kind of salty at the calf as always.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah, my stomach is grumbly.
nice.
Hey, how do we feel about farting on the podcast? It's no.
That's a no-go. Cameron is the grossest of us, I must say.
It would be funny. though.
That's not that funny.
And you could always just play it off.
The women would not appreciate that.
All right.
Women.
You know, you guys might not even feel me on this. You guys have been to some concerts recently, so maybe you do.
Maybe.
And the viewers can't see what I'm doing, so this is going to be difficult, the listeners. But I'm coming at you ladies at concerts, okay?
Whoa.
Now, you heard. You heard.
Sexism right here.
Because,
All right.
so you know when you vibing at a concert, you're doing a little bit of this move, a little shoulder side to side,
okay.
They do this thing where they get their hair and they like pull it back over their face, and they keep doing that.
Yeah?
And they do it all the time. And this, I'm not even saying this because it was like, oh, I saw it one time. I don't care. You do whatever you want, right? But I'm talking multiple times a minute. And it just got on my nerves. All right? And I don't know why. And I don't. Ladies, you're beautiful. You're great people, but why you gotta do that to
Yeah,
your
that's
hair?
weird. What?
Gotta
That's
get off your
weird.
chest.
When you guys go, dude, I'm saying when you guys go to a concert next time, you're vibing and they flip their hair and then they pull it over their head and they keep doing it and then they do it again and they keep going and I don't know what
Bro,
the deal
it's
is.
a flirty move to the band.
It might be.
I think it's gotta be.
I don't know.
Here's
That's
a question
my-
for
Ladies,
you
explain
gentlemen.
yourself.
Here's a question for you gentlemen.
Explain it.
Write us
I'm
in.
gonna be real honest. Is that an attractive thing when a lady does that? She's looking at you and she runs.
If she's
I'm explaining.
if she's making eye contact with me, then
Oh no, maybe
Yeah,
she's not.
I
She's
get
just
that.
looking somewhere else, and she pulls her hair back over her head, fingers through it, down the side.
I think it's like
No?
I feel sexy doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's for them.
Oh yes.
Oh, what about
Okay.
me?
Well,
I was gonna
what
say for
what,
all of
you
us.
think they like it when I do this? Like,
I would say, do you feel sexy doing that?
I mean, not really.
I mean,
Honestly, it
really?
just it
I-
bothers
I mean,
me.
If you guys can't see it, we're all running our fingers through our.
We're trying to
hair.
understand.
Makes me feel better about. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Makes me feel
I mean,
like-
I kind of fixed my hair, but it's more like this weird vibe.
I don't know why. Maybe
Fair,
that's like
fair.
a Hollywood thing. Like Hollywood has made that to
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be a sexy
Ooh.
thing when
Go
it's
and
not. Dude, Hollywood's
Email us at.
Oh shoot, we should make an email account.
Once we have our name at the end of this episode, we'll make an email.
We'll tell you the email.
Yeah.
So
So
email
please
us.
email us.
So stick around for the end.
I don't want to make up an email and then it's taken and then some random guy gets an inbox.
We'll
full
have
of
to
weird
clarify.
Ryans@gmail.com.
The Ryans.
That might work.
What's up, Ryan?
Hey Ryan, once again.
Shout out the Ryans.
But also, get for real, Ryans. You're not that.
Okay, so
Thank you,
To
Hayes.
hone it back in, I take it back a little bit. If it's making you feel more confident, you're just vibing, whatever. You do whatever you want. Okay, so
Yep. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that it for Hayes' corner? Or you got more?
Hayes
Whoa.
isn't-
Hey,
Whoa.
What, you think the guy who opened the spittoon doesn't get to be
Dude,
salty?
Well, I did have a different one, but now it's freaking Kevin.
Oh gosh.
Just forgets about me now.
Dude, I'm so
Well,
sorry.
actually, okay, so the common theme of probably most of my saltiness would be ignorance.
Okay, wow,
today-
that's a big concept.
Yes, today. Everybody knows those new fancy drink machines that have like
All
a
the
million
juices,
flavors.
yeah,
You
the
can
Coke
choose
machine.
So many
everything.
Touchscreen.
The Coke.
The one
freestyle.
problem is that there's just one of them. You know, you go to a restaurant and there's a queue that you have to wait in. So today I was sitting there like waiting. There was this lady who I guess had never used one before, and she was literally just like clicking the lever that the drink comes out, and she didn't select anything. She was literally like doing that and just looking at it. And she wanted water because she got a water cup. And there's this little like water button in the bottom left hand corner.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever saw it. She would like click on like the no calorie like.
How old was she? Like old, like.
Oh, she was 25 to 30.
Oh,
In
my
that
God.
range.
I
So, like,
literally pictured an old woman.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, if it's an old woman, I wouldn't be salty.
That's my
'cause I understand.
ageism show.
No, it is like she might have even went to school. I don't know. She paid with a credit card. We have like points that you can use at this
okay.
place. So I don't know. But basically, I was sitting there for like a minute or two, like, what? Like, how have you never experienced one of these before? And eventually, she had to call her friend over to help her figure it out. So I was a little bit salty. A mild inconvenience, a little first world problem, but
For me, if you're
Gotta-
25 to 30 and you can't figure that out, how did you get through life this far?
it'd be like somebody struggling on an iPhone, like somebody being like, I don't know how to call somebody.
But it's like that young. I
It's
don't know.
crazy, is it not?
It's bizarre.
Yeah, there's no excuse for unless you were raised by wolves or something. Like if you're our age, you should be able to like function using touch screens, like stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
don't
agree.
think-
Or it's just common observance to be like,
Yeah, like watch the person in front
the
of
water
you.
burn.
Water's
It was her
not
friend
coming
who was
out.
in
Let
front
me
of her
just-
as
yeah.
well, and she like watched her do it. I think so. I don't know. It was just funny. I love when people like, it's like they think something is supposed to work a certain way, and so they'll just keep trying it until they
Yeah, man.
realize it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my little bit of salt. So
Just a
back
little
in
bit of
the car.
salt.
Gonna drive back to MC.
Oh, okay.
Gonna ride back to the dorm. Get
Yeah.
out, walk back in. The last thing that I have for this week is something I thought of. Actually, I think you kind of sparked it to my memory. We're gonna go through a little bit of meme history today, boys.
Meme
Just
history.
a little tidbit.
Are you gonna educate
little
us?
fact. I would love to.
The-
This
hey.
is another passionate subject.
Viewers,
actually.
class is in session. the maestro
Your
is coming to
your
the-
pens and pencils should be out.
If it's not out, then I don't know what you're doing. If you're
Then
driving,
get off.
If
Get
you're
off.
driving,
Get
I
off
don't care.
our podcast.
Actually,
So,
just
For
be
those
safe.
of you,
Please stay on.
those of you who do not know, there's a meme
Yes.
called like type F for specs or
Yeah.
something along that manner.
Comment,
Essentially,
comment
yeah.
F for
Say
specs.
F for specs.
Yeah.
Something like that. I recently learned that is from, I believe it's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It's because in like the very opening few minutes of the game, there's like this really like sad, like drawn out like funeral scene, and like it's just like it's supposed to be really tough. And on the computer, when you walk up to like, I think it's like your brother's like casket, like he just died in the military, and apparently people just say that it totally ruined the immersion of the game because it says like press F to pay respects. So like you're just going through this crazy scene, and all of a sudden it's
That gives it.
press F to, and you're like,
That makes that meme so much more meaningful. For
I know.
Me.
It just you just hear that and you're like, wow, like game changer.
If you don't know that meme, I'm sorry.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Go on Reddit.com, look at anything remotely sad, and the comment section will be filled with that. So
Yep.
that is my
Yeah,
my little tidbit of knowledge.
We need
take
to. You
away.
need to be educated in meme culture because it's only
It
going to go up.
It enlightens you. I
It does
do think
enlighten
so.
you. All right. Well, is that all you got
I
for us,
would
Hayes?
love to pass the mic back to you, Kevin.
Thank you. The mic, just for visuals for y'all, we're actually not passing this mic. It's on a tripod in the middle of my coffee table.
It was a metaphorical. It's like the talking.
It's a metaphorical passing of the mic.
I'm passing the talking mic to you.
But I have some. They're not really. They're talking points, really, if we boil it down. I want to get keep this first one local though, because I feel like a lot of our viewers are local. They can relate to this. Also, I just think it's a good one to start off with. Cups is hot.
Yeah.
It's so
espresso cafe.
hot. Yeah, I mean, and not in like not. Yes, Cups.
We're talking about.
Oh gosh, that is so like yeah. So Cups is an espresso cafe in downtown Clinton that pretty much everyone at Mississippi College goes to, and so like everyone goes to Cups.
Big hot spot.
But it is a hot spot. But it's literally like I'm not saying
It's
like
a
it's
literal
hot.
hot spot.
It's actually blazing hot in there.
I think a lot of it is the humidity.
I think so, but they have no AC. Like they don't have any air conditioning, and so it's just hot. I literally walked in today. I took about 5 steps and I was like, nope, and I walked right back out.
The AC's
Yeah, it's broken. My thing is, the filter, which is a new coffee shop for those of you that
It sucks.
okay,
Really?
they say it sucks. Hold on, let me
I'm about to
finish.
go in.
We'll put
I'm
a
about
pin
to
on it
do
because I would
Let's
love to
go.
hear about
Put a
that.
pin in that. Oh, okay, put a pin in it.
Cameron just showed us his
Underwear!
underwear.
Okay, well, it's out there now. So, the filter is a new spot in town, and it does have AC. In fact, the Wi-Fi password is literally "We have AC,"
Shots
which I
fired.
think is a
Ooh.
shot fired at Cups.
Wow.
I'm not 100% certain, but their Wi-Fi password is "We have AC,"
hilarious.
and they do. It feels nice in there.
Huh.
It feels really nice. And so Cameron's doing a little video of us right now. We're trying to talk about serious, cutting-edge topics. And
What,
this
you
man's-
can't stay focused on the podcast?
Well,
dude?
you know, I don't like a camera in my face. I'll say it. So my thing is, this is my line of thinking, and I don't know if it's accurate or not. There's a bunch of new freshmen on campus. They're gonna walk into Cups, and they've heard a lot about Cups, and they're like, "Oh, the Cups is so great," and they walk in, it's blazing hot in there, and like, I don't want to be here for more
Blazing hot.
blazing hot.
No,
night.
that's amazing.
And now, and they're like, "Oh, I've heard of Filter. Let's go to Filter."
Good.
These new freshmen could have Filter as their Cups.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Good. Hayes says, "I want to hear from the group, everyone."
Keep Cups upperclassman
Please.
zone, bro. Freshmen are just gonna migrate there and
Dang.
live there.
Dang.
That's what they always do.
Yeah, they do.
So if they think it sucks, I'm cool with that. Have fun at Filter.
Here's my
I'm
best.
sure Filter's nice as well.
it's
Have you not been?
it's all right.
I haven't.
It's just
Here's my best description of filter coffee. I actually haven't had the coffee, so this is apart
Oh,
from the
wow.
coffee. The coffee could be good. Okay. The inside of it looks like that one crazy aunt that everybody has, or like the stereotypical crazy aunt, who got a studio art degree and maybe never used it, didn't do much art, wasn't ever really good in the first place, and then decided to open a coffee shop. It's very tacky. The mood for a coffee shop should be like so chill, just very like Cups does a really good job
Yep.
of that, I think.
I agree.
Like it's inviting like conversation. There's not like I mean they have some paintings and stuff, but this place like the colors are all over the place. There's weird stuff just going on.
Yeah.
I don't like the layout. I don't like I'm not a fan. I'm not
Luke.
a fan.
Sounds like some song.
You walk in and it kind of looks like a cafeteria.
Yes.
They have
Okay,
this
yeah, I
big
can see it.
curtain behind the counter. You don't really see many things like on the front counter, but there's this curtain. My theory is they just have a Keurig back there, and that's how they make all their coffee and tea.
Dude, you're probably right.
Okay.
There's no music, and so when there's like a bunch of people in there, you can just hear everybody's conversations.
It's so loud.
And then when everyone stops talking, there's this awkward silence, and you're like, I don't want to speak anymore because I'm gonna break this silence. And man, I was in there for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this.
I'm not a fan.
Really?
Boom.
Well, I actually think we could bring in a guest speaker because I have a friend who works at Filter.
Gavin.
Yes, Mr. Gavin.
Yep.
Yeah.
He works at Filter.
I would
And
love
maybe
to
he
have
could
him.
shed some light.
Yeah, we need some
will
defense of
explain. I will
Filter.
roast
There's a
him.
lot. There's a lot of Filter hate right now.
Well, there's
let me say.
My question, Lucas, is how would you roast him?
Oh,
Oh,
Luke!
wow.
Luke is rushing to the bathroom.
I just
Please be
remembered-
quiet, man. You know the mic picks up a lot.
Also, if you guys hear the freaking AC in the background,
Yeah, we're sorry about
we can't
that.
turn it off because we have literal duct taped air conditioning unit. That
yeah, it's
doesn't work.
our AC unit's busted. It works, but that means we can't turn it off. So that background noise that might be bothering you is because of that. We're sorry. We'll eventually get that fixed. Maybe, probably not.
We could record somewhere
One
else.
day.
Maybe.
Yeah, we might have to record somewhere
Maybe
else.
filter. I hear it's quiet.
Oh.
Okay, but hold on. Before we get into this roasting and filter, it is one room. It is kind of loud. I will say that. When you put your headphones in, you don't really notice it as much. But one thing I do like about Filter is they have a sign and it says "Bring your own vinyl," and you can literally play a vinyl record. They have like a little record thing, and
So
you
to supply your own music is what
right.
it is.
So you do have to have
well,
vinyl.
that changes things. a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
there was people like playing some oldies in there. I thought, okay, that's kind of a cool thing.
That is cool.
Filter, I would say not as good as Cups. Their coffee is pretty good. It's about the same price as Cups, but they do have AC. It's not blazing hot in there all the time. Which Cups is going to get that fixed eventually. I'm not saying that's going to be a thing, but I just think it's interesting. I don't know.
That actually, I think that changes things for me about Filter that they have. Like, I think once it becomes a culture to bring your own vinyl and like play it, I think that would definitely change the environment to where
Yeah,
it
kind
would
of,
be
but like
an underlying music.
it depends on what you like. I'm gonna have my headphones in regardless, because like when I'm
Oh, yeah.
studying, like I'm so if I'm going, I guess, to Filter just to chill and hang out or whatever, which probably won't happen very
No.
often. But if there becomes like a vinyl culture, I guess that would be kind of cool. Like if someone was like, "Yeah, I got this really cool vinyl, like I'm gonna go play it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but
Well, that's our thoughts on the coffee shops in Clinton, Mississippi.
I don't like the name either. I don't like
the filter, you know,
It's
like
just kinda like
That's all right. I mean, it's not.
It's pretty generic. Coffee.
filter coffee. I
There's
guess
Luke.
Cups is-
Luke flushing right there.
That's a Luke flush for you
Yeah, I'm
guys.
sure y'all
We'll
all
make
heard
sure
it.
you wipe, don't worry.
Oh gosh.
And wash your hands.
Um,
Sanitary.
do y'all want to get more? I'm curious as to which way. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go in here. So Amazon has. I don't know if y'all have heard this. Amazon have these new micro stores. It's in urban areas. It's not anywhere in the south
like
yet.
LA and stuff like that.
Yeah, like LA, New York, big towns.
Physical stores?
Yeah, they're physical stores, and they're so small. There's a little like gate to open, but the only way to open it is to scan your like Amazon account thing. You have to be a Prime member to even get in.
Nice.
But basically, what happens is you like scan it, it opens up, and it recognizes like your identity from like a camera from above. And you don't pay any cash. You don't pay anything. It charges to your Prime account. It literally just charges whatever you pick up. They have pressure plates on the shelves of like different food items. So like whenever you pick a food item up and that's what you're gonna get, you grab that and you just walk out.
So no putsies backsies?
I think if you
All right.
put it back, within
Initial
a certain time-
problem immediately.
there's no store clerks, by the way. Just one.
There's does one person go in at a time?
There's a stock. I think there's one person who stocks, but there's not someone there like at.
No, I'm saying is it like how many people can scan in and go?
Oh, it's a very small space, but like
so it's only because if it's
I wish I
even
could
if,
show the video.
even if it's two people, right? So say Hayes and I go, okay? I scan in, right? I go and then I don't pick anything up yet, and then Hayes also scans in.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
now I pick
recognizing
up a
this.
box of mac and cheese. How does it know it's going to my
It has
account?
a camera
Bro, how
from
does it know
above.
it's-
Cameras in the whole
It's you
store.
in the
Yes.
first place. Yeah, so
it's
it's
a
gonna
very.
be like
It's like it literally has cameras and it knows exactly like who you are, like your identity from your Amazon card because you scanned in, and like it knows who's picking what up. And it's a very small store. It's not like it's a big store. Like I'm talking about maybe the size of this dorm room.
Oh, but it's probably a great
might
example.
smaller.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit smaller, but like you do not pay any cash. You don't.
Yeah,
you only
I
have to
get-
play your credit card. But there's no one working it. There's people obviously stocking the stuff at night. I'm assuming, but there's no one.
I love it.
That's a really cool idea.
I love it because I'm a person who loses my stuff all the time. Like I'll forget my wallet in my car. I'll forget it at home. I'll like. So. Also, I mean, I know identity theft is a huge issue and stuff, but
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Nice office.
like identity theft I feel like would be much more difficult for them to steal your face. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I feel more confident and secure going in, having my face scanned, than like just having a set of numbers that defines my bank
Right.
accounts, my everything like that. So
And
Very fair.
I mean, I like that. I
And
think
from
that's
what
cool.
I hear, they're gonna try to do it on a bigger scale eventually. So like we could be looking at the disappearance of like using your wallet to pay, and it's literally your phone
Yeah.
now to pay. Yeah, like we're already there, but like with Amazon, like these physical stores,
Yeah.
Pay with your face.
pay with your face, pay with your
pay.
face.
I mean, you talk
pay.
like in terms of convenience. I mean, you could literally be in the store and out 10
Yeah.
to 15 seconds. Like if you know exactly what you want.
Like I wish I could show you the video. I could, but like it would be pointless for.
Can
our
you
viewers.
link it somewhere?
I can send y'all the link.
You
To
said
it.
viewers, right?
Oh, for the viewers?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could link it in the description. Link in description.
I mean, I guess
Smash the like button.
Smash it.
the thing that's interesting to me is, could I walk into this place and, I mean, buy like a $200-$300 item? I feel like-
It's only like the
Really
store
small
that I
stuff.
saw. It's like all food. Like it's just
Okay.
all grocery stuff that you. Oh, like I need to pick this up on the way
Do they have
home.
alcohol?
Probably. No.
Because if you're over,
Well, no, I don't think they do. Yet.
or are you not allowed to
This
get
is
in
in
if
the
you're over
pre-
21?
That's true.
Or that would be an issue that
They're
they
in the
have to work through.
preliminary stages, so I don't know that that's like a thing that they're worried about right now. And they haven't done this like clothing thing because like the pressure plates wouldn't be able to detect if you like took one item of clothing off. It's not that sensitive, so they're still testing it with a lot of different products. But right now, it's pretty. That's just I thought it was really cool.
There's so many
Yeah.
smart people out there, man.
Yeah.
Like, for someone to have that idea and then have the knowledge to program and create
Pull it
and
off.
build and engineer and like that is insane.
This is like
Well-
an Amazon thing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just Amazon.
Amazon's taken over.
Amazon's
So crazy.
insane.
Another thing that is really interesting to me as someone who studied business and is studying psychology is, like they've said that the effects of buying things have kind of like waned, as in when you took out cash and you bought something, it kind of like hurt you more psychologically.
Yeah,
Like you understood
yeah.
how much. Then credit card is kind of like a decline, so like it's easier to swipe. It's easier to just put the thing in there.
Right.
I feel like it would be so easy for me to just
Oh,
walk in and
man.
pick
Yeah.
something up.
Like I feel
Like,
like,
not even look at
debt-
the price.
I feel like debt-
ball.
yeah, like that
Which is
feeling.
good
like
for
that's-
everybody but the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's great for
Mhm.
banks. And
Yeah.
I mean, it can be really convenient if you know what you want and you get the same type of thing, but it would also be so easy to just walk in there, not even look at the price, pick it up, and leave.
Yep, debt and just
Very-
look for
very
debt. Like it's
fascinating.
not. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, guys. Next thing that is a little bit more controversial. I don't think it's that controversial. More
Spicy.
Black James Bond. Have y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
Idris Elba tweeted.
Oh, heck
tweeted.
no.
Well, this is not official. Like this is
That was Idris.
Idris. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Idris
you're
Elba. Whatever. Idris Elba tweeted out a picture and it was like Elba or
Elvis.
yeah Elvis.
Dumbledore?
Idris. Wait.
Elba. It's Idris,
Idris
Elba.
Okay, sorry, I got confused.
It's Elba. Idris Elba.
You're
That,
right.
that was like the cap.
Elba.
Elba. Idris Elba. That was the caption of his tweet. Basically making a joke of like he's thinking he was suave in this picture or whatever. People thought that like you know how the internet is. They're like, oh, he's the next James Bond. He's gonna replace Daniel Craig, or whatever that guy was again.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
Okay,
Yeah.
making sure I got that right. And so like there's a little bit of like, oh, maybe he could be, maybe he could. And then there's these people coming out bashing like, James Bond can't be black. There's
the heck?
literally people out there saying, I watched
Hey, if you're a racist, get off our podcast
Yeah, for real.
right now. We
No,
do
But
not
yeah,
want
also
you here.
stay on because we want to help you learn that. you're
we have
so
to learn.
wrong.
You have to learn to love everyone.
You
And
can't just do that.
just don't do that, people. But this is crazy to me. Like, and I watched a video about it. It was actually H3, so I'm kind of stealing H3 content. I don't know, but I'm. They were talking about it. Basically, they went through this video by this woman named Katie Hopkins.
Yeah, the old lady.
The old
Oh.
British lady who's like, she was like listing off all these reasons why Idris Elba. I'm self conscious about it now. Idris Elba is shouldn't be James Bond, and it's just like ridiculous. Like, why couldn't James Bond be black? Like, and the biggest argument that Ethan from H3 gave was James Bond is a concept, and he's not a physical person. Like James Bond has been obviously played by many different nationalities. Australian, I don't know about Australian, but British and American, and like a bunch of different people. Why couldn't he be black? Like, it's not a big deal, and people are making a big deal about it.
I will. This will sound bad. But I will push back a little bit and say like, why like more James Bond? Like, do we need more James Bond movies?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fair. Should it end? It's been a really long movie franchise. Do we need more?
I enjoy the historicism of it. Like,
Yeah.
like
Great
my
job.
grandfather could, talk to me
Okay.
about his, James Bond.
Yeah,
that's
Like,
true.
just that there's been so many of them, it's like
I've
kind of a
never seen
prestigious
James
role.
Bond film.
Never seen a James
Oh,
Bond.
Not even
movie.
like Skyfall? Really?
Not a single one, folks. I'm the resident that guy who hasn't
Wow.
seen that movie.
They're pretty good.
What is interesting that you mentioned that is there was a big controversy a few years ago involving a good friend of the show, Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Oh yeah.
Donald Glover,
Mr.
if you ever
Donald
listen to
Glover.
this, my dude, we need to go get coffee sometime.
I forget. I
Filter,
think he
not
brought
no
it up
cuts.
on some form of social media that like he would love to play Spider-Man or something like that. And apparently, it's like half the internet was like, "We would love you to play Spider-Man." I mean, he's a cool guy. And then the other half was like, "Spider-Man can't be black." Like, it's kind of the exact same thing.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
it's
very
very
fascinating that
like-
that's like an idea.
Like,
Like,
why?
to fight back against that, like think about how strongly you have to like think about
Yeah,
that. Like
no,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
why would that even matter that much to you that you have to like be
It's
like, oh
purely
no,
race.
this can't be
Yeah.
like
And
what?
yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Idris Elba's movies, but he is like,
good.
he's
He's
good.
really
But
good.
one, he's like, yeah, he's a G. He's suave, and he's like really like he,
He
could
could fit-
step
yeah, he
into
could
that
fit the
role.
role.
Like if he.
Definitely.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's what's fascinating is it's not Idris Elba shouldn't be James Bond. It's James Bond shouldn't be black.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
literally the argument.
Yeah. I think
Dude,
it
oh my
it would be
gosh.
cool for the black community, like with Black Panther coming out,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
get their own superhero movie, and like I just want to see like more black people in like, I guess, like white people roles. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be all white people, like secret agents and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanna
And that's
see more black
and
people.
honestly like us four guys are never fully gonna be able to
No.
like
No.
fight for that or even understand that. Like we can do
No.
our best and like we can give our opinions, but we will never like literally think about that. Like growing up, like every single superhero was our color. Like when you're a kid, you don't even think about
No,
that
you
stuff until you get older. And
But
you're
we
like,
didn't have to. We
yeah,
didn't have to
exactly.
think about
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And so, but as like, if you're African American growing up and literally all you see is different color, like that's gotta have some effect. So like,
My deal is, at the end of the day, can he act? Can he fit that role? Yes.
Yeah.
Then we'll give him the job. It
yeah,
doesn't-
if you're
it doesn't matter.
ever, oh my gosh, if you're ever basing whether someone should get a job off of the color of their skin, you're actually just dumb. Like you're a dumb person.
Counterpoint, for like, there's like some Japanese films that like have kind of come out recently, where it's been like anime characters and stuff like that, but it's like been in real life. Do you think the same thing about like white people can play roles like that, or
It does bring up.
I
That
mean,
is
like, where-
hard
where's
because
the line?
so
Like,
say I'm
what's
trying to
historical,
I'm
what's-
trying to make like a docu series
Mm-hmm.
on like ancient Japanese samurai.
Yeah.
Like that's super weirdly specific. I don't know
Yeah,
why,
but no.
if I'm trying to make that film,
Mm-hmm.
naturally I'm gonna try and cast
Asians.
Asian actors and actresses because I want it to be historical, right?
Right.
True.
But in regards to James Bond, we're not talking about like. Is James Bond historical? It's not, right?
No,
I mean-
it's not real.
Okay.
I think
I didn't know if it
not
was
real.
based.
Well, just movies,
I mean, I know.
movie-wise.
Yeah, I know.
Typically, just like a dark-haired white male.
Yeah. So. Someone thought someone was at the door.
They could have been.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically all I have to say. Like,
Yeah.
So, for all of you who somewhat agree with James Bond shouldn't be black, I kind of think the best example I can think of just off the spot is when we had like movies where they had to cast a president before Obama, and people like chose a black president. Like there shouldn't be any outrage there just because we haven't had a black president like up to that point. Just because all the presidents had been white doesn't mean that that's a qualification.
Yeah.
It's like same thing with James Bond. Like just because the other James Bonds haven't been black doesn't mean that there can't be one.
Yeah.
So
Also-
hopefully racist you have.
Don't be
if
racist.
you guys are listening, if we have a lot of listeners at this point, I would love some clarity from the African American community, especially here. Like, because even just now when we were talking about that, whenever I would say black, I felt like a little bit of like, I don't know if I should even say that, like on a public podcast, because like literally the term black is like almost no go. Like, and neither is, and technically neither is African American, and it's supposed to be people of color. Like that's, and like within a black community, I can't imagine that they would be too angry at that. But coming from a group of 4 white males, I wonder if that is like a trigger word, or if people are like, you should say people of color or whatever. No one's gonna respond to that.
I'm not gonna be like.
I mean, there's definitely like social justice warriors who's like, you know, you have to say people of color. But then there's some of our friends, just like at MC,
right,
cool with saying black, but I don't know.
And that's like, from my perspective, that's crazy that we even have to think about that.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, especially as a Christian, but like you're like, if there's something that takes an extra syllable to say or whatever, but it's more respectful and it causes people not to like be as angry, like, I'm gonna try and use that word, you know. So anyway, just thought would like some feedback on that.
Yeah.
To kind of wrap it up, the only thing I'm afraid of is like historical ramifications, because like you never know in 10, 15 years when a word is like a bit like, if someone's listening to this way in the future, or if our kids or grandkids are listening to this, and black is a very derogatory term for the African American, I apologize for the past me, but just know in my day and time,
this is okay.
It's a gray area and not,
I don't know.
So please forgive me.
It's just a very weird subject.
I apologize.
So next topic actually has to do a little bit with history. It's the new video game coming out soon called Battlefield 5. We all play. Most of us play Battlefield 4. Did you play Battlefield 4?
Yeah.
It was a good game. I enjoyed Battlefield 4. It was a little glitchy at times, but Battlefield 5 is coming out soon. They had like a trailer launch, and it actually got a lot of backlash. And this is not something that's completely new. Basically, their reveal trailer, it's first of all, the video game is set in World War II in Europe. Nice. World War II. It actually looks really good, the gameplay. I looked into it. But it featured like a lot of women in combat during World War II. Shooting, like kill and like amongst the battle and all this stuff. And this is not a new thing. Call of Duty did this in their last installment with their video game, and it also had controversy. So what do y'all think about that? Like, is that cool? I mean, it's a video game. It's not reality.
So
or is it like...
What was the backlash? Like, what was their problem?
It's not historically correct, right?
Right.
There's
Okay.
Right. So, but
shooting.
there's more to it. But let's just focus on this right now.
I have some pretty strong thoughts off the bat. I mean, I guess there's 2 camps of thought, and one is like, all right, it's a video game. Obviously, if I'm fighting in World War II, that's not real, because World War II ended 60 years ago. So, I mean, it depends, I guess, on what you're buying the game for. If you're buying it for just to play and to have fun, all right, I understand. There's no real reason for concern. If you're buying it for historical accuracy, which I doubt most people are.
Who is doing that?
Okay, find another game, I guess.
I've watched the preview, and first of all, I don't even know why they say it's based in World War II, because there's like so many other elements that they didn't have in World War II. Like, this guy has like these huge headphones on and like this like very new age gear and like these backpacks that are like do all this crazy stuff. So that's like already frustrating, because it's not World War II. It's some weird hybrid war video game. Dude, people just gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also, I want to highlight the role of women in World War II. Even if
Shout out.
some of them were not on the battlefield.
Shout out.
They were at home in the rubber factories making our battleships.
Making the ammo.
Their husbands were at war, dying. They were taking care of kids, and
laying it down on the home front.
Right. Go women.
That would be a great video game. Get rid of this Battlefield 5 mess. The home front.
We're gonna make our own video game bomber craft simulator
Oh,
with only
yes.
women.
Please, it's a GoFundMe.
Go
As of
fund me.
now,
We're gonna
this is
start it.
out.
You better fund it.
Please.
They will be scantily clad.
But okay, well that's
They
true
will
and
be
everything.
African
And we lost
American.
them.
Okay.
We lost
They
them.
will only
We
be-
lost
literally
everyone.
lost everybody.
That is a joke.
Oh gosh. So but there was a lot of backlash because there was a developer. Have you heard about this?
No, I was
Okay.
gonna say we could name the podcast Backlash.
Backlash. Ooh. I mean, I like that.
Slash.
Ooh, backslash, and then just do backslash,
Backslash,
and just do a little
backlash?
slash
Jesus
mark.
is back.
Slash. No. Okay. No, we're gonna move on. Listen, no, we're not moving on. This is interesting. So the chief, what's his name? He's like the
CFO?
chief.
The chieftain.
No, he's a chief of development. I think is his name. Chief design officer. He basically was upset about all these people saying, "Oh, this isn't historically correct. This isn't like what there were no women." During this in these battles, and he says, "Accept it or don't buy the game." He comes out with a hard line, says, "Accept it or don't buy the game," and that's okay. That's a weird marketing tactic to say that.
Okay.
But hold on, there's more. So he said, "These people who are uneducated," calls these people uneducated. "They don't understand that this is a plausible scenario. And listen, this is a game," he added, "and today's gaming is gender diverse like it hasn't been before. There are a lot of female people who want to play, and male players who want to play as a badass woman. Also, we felt like in today's world, I have a 13-year-old daughter." This is him saying this. I don't have a 13-year-old daughter. "I have a 13-year-old daughter that when the trailer came out, she saw the flag. She asked me, 'Dad, why is this happening?' She plays Fortnite and says, 'I can be a girl in Fortnite. Why are people so upset about this?' She looked at me and I couldn't understand it, and I'm like, okay, as a parent, how the heck am I supposed to respond to this?" And I just said, "You know what? You're right. This is not okay." What do y'all think about that? Especially the uneducated part.
I mean, I think it does go back to like the realism of the game. Like, if you're gonna comment on that, then you should comment on the other stuff, like the backpack and like all this other crazy stuff that they have in there. It shouldn't just be, oh, there shouldn't be women in there. It should be bring the realism. You know, that's my
It's
thought. At
just
least,
tough.
my take.
So, like, my thought process is happening right now, and I'm working this out verbally, so I haven't really come to a decision. But video game to me, like, at the base is kind of like an art in the way that, like, it's created. It's very artistic. Like, it takes a lot of creation. You're creating a story. Sure, it's for fun for people to play, but at the end of the day, it's an art. And so, as an artist, like, if I were to work on something for a super long time and say it was based in World War II, and then like do a painting and there was like a woman in it and someone like blew up, it's like I don't know if that's like I don't know what to think about that. I understand this is like EA Sports, like this is a massive corporation, it's huge, so. But I kind of side with him. Maybe not on the uneducated. That's probably pretty uncalled for. But the idea of like, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Like, we're not making you buy all this stuff. It's different if the government came out and like did something that afflicted you. You could be like, okay, well, no, you can't do that. But like, this is a video game. Just don't buy it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to play it. You don't have to, you know.
Yep.
So I side with him on that part.
Cool. Just a little stat for you though. Analyst predicts that EA's Battlefield 5 will be a serious disappointment. He says that pre-orders lag Call of Duty's by more than 85%. So they're getting thrashed in pre-orders. So this was actually a big hit, and I think it's just because they don't like consumers don't like being called uneducated. And so I think that the way that he phrased the comment was not smart, and people did not appreciate that, and so they're suffering because of that.
I really do wonder how much that has to do with, though, just because I kind of think that this going back in time fad is kind of hitting its peak, because they already did, it was Battlefield 1, and that was World War 1, and then they had, their Call of Duty did one, I think it was just like World War 2 or something, I don't really remember. But
Yeah.
I mean, this will be what the 4th or 5th installment of a series going
back to the roots. Yeah.
So I feel like that's probably part of it.
Yes.
I don't know.
I
Interesting.
think for me, it's thinking at it at a business perspective, like they're selling a product, and there's a rise in girls who game. Like there's girls be gaming these days, and so they're marketing that to women.
Smart.
Which is smart. It's a smart marketing tactic to go toward women.
They're doing their job well.
The flip side of that is they're integrating history into that, and that's where the disconnect is happening for some people. Is you're taking World War II, making these events that didn't happen. But the thing is, a video game, right? And we've already discussed this. It's fantasy. But that being said, I think that it's weird. It's a weird balance because you don't want to like teach a whole generation that there were women in World War II. Like some people, there might be some kids out there that like play the video game before they learn that in school, and they're going to high school thinking women fought in World War II. I'm saying,
Is that really a bad thing that they think that? Though?
I mean, it's not true.
Yeah.
It's not accurate.
Dude, if you're learning any educational value from video games,
Dude, kids are dumb these days.
You gotta reassess your. I'm not even gonna disagree with that, but like, oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So this, it's an interesting topic. There's points on both sides. There's no, I don't know, but this is a really funny YouTube comment that I found in the comment section of one of these videos. So I'm just gonna read this for y'all. I showed the reveal trailer to my granddad, a man who fought in France. He said, "Is that a female?" "Yes, Granddad." "Is that face paint?" "Yes, Granddad." "Does she have a prosthetic hand?" "Yes, Granddad." He then took his glasses off as his eyes filled with tears and said, "I lost so many friends in Europe during that war." Sorry. Dude, I know. Dude, hold on. They weren't friends at all. They were my brothers, and I miss them every day. He wiped his tears away and finished by saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't see any women with claws wearing face paint, but I saw a lot of dead men. This is what people think happened, because it isn't." I patted him on the head and simply told him, "You're uneducated."
No.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was a good comment, It makes it a little bit more lighthearted. But yeah, that's all I got for that. I mean...
What's the time? What time are we looking at?
We're looking at 57 minutes. We are rolling. I mean...
Wow.
Yeah. I got a couple more that we can talk about, or we can close it out if you're feeling that.
Pick your favorite, the two.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got one that's also related to video games. It's a different thing.
We need to get off video games.
Okay, then we'll get out video games. Let's talk about, this is kind of a simple one. It's like, and this has probably been talked about a lot, but I don't care. There's already Halloween stuff in stores, and there's already Christmas stuff in some stores. Like, they're selling
What
them.
stores?
Like, I don't know, but
In
that
the
was
store.
in store.
They have fall stuff right now at Dollar Tree.
Right.
Like
but-
a lot, like pumpkins and everything. And
Yeah.
some Halloween stuff.
But there's there's some people talking to my marketing class today about like there being Christmas stuff available like now. And it's just this thing of like it seems like it's coming earlier every year. And like is that going to kind of ruin the season because we're kind of like seem like we're extending it like longer and longer? And is it the companies that are doing that? Is it us? Is this going to like I don't know. This might have like repercussions socially. I don't know. What do you think?
Definitely the companies, I think, they're trying to milk it for what it's worth. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I mean, obviously, what everyone kind of agrees with is when Christmas starts is when Thanksgiving ends because there's basically that awkward time in between those two holidays.
Yeah. But Thanksgiving gets no love, people.
Dude, I've been saying
Thanksgiving's
that.
good.
I've been saying that for so long. Thanksgiving is so awesome.
It's like when people say, "What's your favorite holiday?" It goes, "Okay, of course Christmas because it's awesome." But then Thanksgiving's right under that for me because I just love that.
I just hate that it gets snubbed, dude. Like,
It really does.
there are like so many Christmas fanatics that like just glaze straight over Thanksgiving, and like Thanksgiving, and that frustrates me because so Christmas as a Christian is to celebrate the birth of the Christ child. That is the point
Yep.
of Christmas. That's why it
Yes.
exists. Okay, so it bugs me when, especially going to MC, like Christians are so excited for Christmas just because the season, like they're not thinking about anything related to Christ. It's literally just they're excited for the season,
Yeah.
and they glaze over Thanksgiving, which is
Yes.
literally about like being with your family, like
Being grateful.
Yes, celebrating when we killed the Indians with disease.
That's
Oh
not
my
true.
God.
That's not how that works.
That is very
moderately
true.
Not at that point. We literally sat down with them.
That's probably where we spread the disease.
Thanksgiving is about
let's
fellowship
get
and
past that.
Eat this turkey.
No.
Here, please pass the corn.
No.
Ooh.
Okay, Thanksgiving is
Small
a time. Thanksgiving as a concept of remembering and like being thankful for
Yes.
what
What
we've
it's turned
been
into?
given.
No, I totally agree.
Like it's no longer about what you said. It's not about genocide.
I think that if people would like actually like sit down and think about like Thanksgiving, of course, like the history of it, whatever. But like, I think it's a really important time, especially in today's like culture where there are so many broken families and like.
Yeah, it's
Like,
important.
if you have a family that you can go back to, like what a blessing and what like even if times are hard or even if like maybe like you don't get along with them, whatever, like there are so many people that would kill to like have a family to be able to go back to,
Yeah.
and so to just like that is going so far into it, but to just literally glaze over that time and just be like, I just want to put the tree up, like that just kind of frustrates
Yeah.
me. So
And I think the companies have a role in doing that. Though.
yeah,
Like they're the ones marketing these products. Like all
fat cat corporate.
fat cat corporate people.
Dude, you need to do away with capitalism.
Oh no.
We need to get rid of the government.
No,
Anarchy.
If any of my family is watching, well, not watching, listening, I support
let's say,
capitalism.
There's a good quote by the Joker that I want to look up.
Oh,
There's a
about
good quote
capitalism.
by Karl Marx I need to look
No, you will not be
Hey.
quoting Karl Marx on this podcast.
Dude, Karl Marx
Let him do what he wants.
was a
Capitalism.
philosopher first. And while
True. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, but at
While
the same
he
time, his
had,
philosophies
he
were
was
garbage.
kind of crazy, but he had some interesting things to say.
Interesting, as in
Here's what the Joker said.
insane.
It's when he's talking to Harvey Dent and he's holding Harvey Dent's gun to his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, introduce a little anarchy, upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
You know what's crazy about that scene though? He's holding the hammer, like the Joker's holding his thumb in between the hammer.
Oh.
So even if he did click the trigger, it wouldn't go through. It's
Oh.
the illusion of choice. I learned. I
What?
saw that.
What was the point of that quote?
Yeah.
We're just talking about anarchy and chaos.
Okay, so
Joker. Yeah.
Karl Marx's final words.
Okay.
He was dying of a brain tumor.
Poop diddy
And-
scoop. Scoop.
No.
And he had some homies there with him on his deathbed, and they were
That's what I'm
like,
trying to be.
they were asking him like, "Yo, man, we need to like write down your final words. Like people are gonna like want to know what you said." And he says, "Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough."
Ooh.
Dang.
Savage.
Boom, and then he died.
Okay, I'm okay with that, Karl Marx.
He
quote.
actually like didn't die. He just had to wait there because he wanted those to be his last words.
Yeah, he's just like, dude,
He
you're
just
not gonna say
waited
anything.
in silence. They're
You're not
like,
gonna
"Dude,"
say anything else.
They're like, we need to know what do you want to do with all your money. He just sat there like a troll.
Nice.
All right.
That's it.
Should I close it out with the song? Or something,
We
or-
don't have a name for the podcast. We're just gonna not give these people a name.
Someone want to throw out their
Marxism.
phone number?
No. I don't know. Like, what should our name be?
You can email me. I have a trash email. No one's gonna email. What am I even talking about? Just close it out.
I think that'll be our pledge. Is by next week we will have a name.
Yes. By next
Thank you
week.
guys for listening.
Thanks so much. If you wrote it all the way to the end, thanks a lot. If you have any pressing questions about us, you can just go ahead and email me at evanrobert98@gmail.com. And just any ideas, any questions, any comments on what we've been talking about. I want to hear your opinion.
We're for the people.
You heard it. It's Evan Roberts at
No.
gmail.com.
Okay. This is. I normally wouldn't comment because my name's Evan Robert. There's no S, but a lot of people do this, and so I have to clarify. It's Evan Robert, no S. Evan Robert 98 at gmail.com. And
The
that's
S
it.
is at the end of
That's it.
Gmail.
And that's it,
There's
folks.
got to be a better way to close it out, dude.
We gotta do the
Last
homie
words
song.
are for cowards who haven't said enough.